Well, well, well. Look who it is. It is I, Dai Lindsay, your Lindsay. Okay, so I was late today. Don't judge me. It was supposed to be raining yesterday. Let's see. Yeah, it was supposed to rain yesterday, but it did not rain. Why? Why is that so? I just realized. My bad. I'm sorry. I just realized I don't have chat open. Firefox nightly. Uh, bear with me for a second here. Let me get chat open. Bear with me for a second here. Bear with me. Bear with me. Bear with me. You're supposed to bear with me. I said bear with me. There you go. Got chat open. Everything's good. Everything is awesome. Where are you? No, not you. Studio. Studio. Go to live. Go to. Wait, is this thing not streaming anymore? What? Huh? What's happening? Wait, what? I'm sorry, okay? Okay, I am streaming vertically, right? Right? I think I'm streaming vertically. There. Is the preview just not working or something? What is happening? I'm sorry, okay? I woke up late. Everything was us. I mean, wait. Um. 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 Bear with me for a second here. Bear with me for a second. Okay, everything is perfectly fine. What am I worried about for some reason? Okay, let's get started. Boom. Okay, well. Hello? Hello? Oh, there we go. I was like, what? Okay, so today we're obviously playing Balloon Tower Defense. We're gonna beat this map because god damn it, we couldn't do it yesterday, so we're gonna beat this map. While obviously playing Minecraft, of course. Okay, so I did change my audio settings, so I should be a lot louder than yesterday. But, you know, don't quote me on it. Okay, obviously we put the monkey here first. Put the monkey here. Oh wait, I gotta check. Okay, let's check this out. If you guys are like vertical streamers, I also am live on YouTube vertically. So if you want to watch me vertically, you can do that. Okay, next up, obviously, we put a monkey. Wait, do we want to put a monkey? How? A monkey's like 1, right? I don't have enough gold though. I was about to put this. You know what? Let's save up enough gold. And then I put it. I'm gonna put it here. I could put it here, but I'm not sure. I feel like this one might be like a better because it goes through here and then it comes through here again. So it's like a two-way thingy, but then again, it goes through here and then it comes back here again. So it's still a two-way thingy. Whatever. Okay, let's go for the strong one first. I need night vision, right? Camo balloons. 2 additional. Wait, what? What do you mean additional? Whatever. Okay, I think I'm gonna go fishing somewhere else. I think my durability is like 8. So yeah, I'm gonna go to the seed. Wait, is it the seed? Yeah, it is the seed. I'm gonna go to the seed. Goodbye. I'm not struggling. I don't think I need to. Warp in. Here I am. Hello, blacksmith. Thank you for repairing my level 10 gathering rod. Wait. Oh yeah, it takes the scrapping from our inventory now. We don't need to have it in our not our inventory, our bank. That's pretty nice. Oh, 2 out of 3. Oh, wait, we can only carry 3 of them? Interesting. Well, I mean, sure. Oh yeah, I forgot. I threw away my weapon yesterday. I gotta go get a new weapon. Let's see. Two out of 3. 2 out of 3. What do you mean 2 out of 3? Charges are restored every 10 minutes. Oh, 2 out of 3 as in... Oh, we get to teleport for free. Wait, free? Oh wait, I don't know. Do I really? Oh, there we go. So I do have a sword. Level 12? Nah, I don't want level 12. Level 12 is too fast. Yeah. This one is fine. Yeah, okay. Well, time to go to the new fishing area. Not new, but like yesterday we went fishing in the lava area. Today we're gonna go fishing in the starfish area. Although the starfish area is a little bit dangerous since it does have monsters, but it's fine. And I don't have any armor. You reckon I'll die with 1 hit? I have this map, so I think I'm fine. Alright, YouTube. My bad. Why are you so big? Where is my super suit? Let's watch this, guys.
The first must-have sewing.
Let's watch this video.
Hi everyone, welcome back.
Hello, it is I, Thy Lenancy, your Lenancy. Well, I didn't need to pop it out. Same size.
Back to my channel. My name is April, and if you just bought a sewing machine and want to learn how to use it, you came to the right place. This video will cover the basics of using a sewing machine along with some must-have sewing supplies and what stitch settings to use. This is a beginner video, so I won't go into too much detail, but hopefully it's enough to get you started on some easy projects. Let's get started.
Would a poncho be
First,
considered
plug the power cord
an
and
easy project? I sure hope so.
press your foot into the side of the machine. Then turn your machine on. I have a computerized sewing machine, so the screen will light up and...
Ooh, a computerized sewing machine. This was from 5 years ago too. I wonder what new
and all the functions get resetted.
have developed.
Your machine should already come with a needle installed, but if not, check to see if your machine has a compartment that holds extra needles, bobbins, and sewing tools. If you run out of spare needles, you can purchase a pack of Schmetz Universal needles. They come in a variety of sizes. 7010 can be used for fabrics like silk, 8010 is a go-to needle you could use for everyday projects, and 9014 can be used for heavier weight material like denim.
90. Okay, so the size of the needle depends on what type of fabric you want to use. I mean, I want to use lightweight fabric, But then again, I do want to use the heavy ones for the like winter area. Wait, where am I? Am I going the right way? I haven't went this route in a very long time, so I'm not sure. Oh, it is the right way! Haha! Is this a new place? I don't remember this. Oh.
Nice.
I don't remember that. Do you remember that? Because I don't. Oh, oh. Ah! No fall damage. Everything is fine. There we go. A new fishing spot. Okay, so we do need to get something sooner or later. So we're gonna get this guy right here. Locked and loaded. I do want the laser one. Yeah, I personally just like the laser, but then again, I could do this to get rid of the wait. I probably need a buckshot, right? It can pop frozen balloons and it can pop 3 balloons each. I need to help with lead. This guy can take lead, right? This guy got camo. This guy... Damn it! You know what? I'm going for the third power-up because, like, why not?
To install or replace your needles, slide the needle in so that the flat side is facing the back, push it up to the top, and screw it in place.
This guy can get the fire, right? Right?
Most inexpensive machines still come with a few different presser foots to use.
Oh no. Oh no. I'm not gonna die, right? Right?
Have you tried turning it off and on again?
I'm dead. Goodbye world. That's what she said. I don't know. What did she say? Yeah, I need something to deal with the lead. I thought the gathering guy could deal with the lead, but I guess I need this. Or... I think it's just this. Yeah. Go back here. Yeah. Go back here. I'll go... I'm pretty sure this guy can pop lead, right? Okay, I need the fire one. That's why. I knew there was something wrong with it. Okay, well... I need the top power, not the bottom one. $380. Strong. You or just you, I guess.
But it is something to consider when shopping for a machine, making sure it has the basic accessories. The one that is already attached is usually the main foot. To switch presser foots, all you have to do is reach your hand behind, and there should be a little lever you press to release the foot. To add a presser foot back on, slide the foot underneath and push the little bar that's in the middle up until it clicks in place.
What little bar?
When you start and finish sewing, you'll need to raise and lower your to use, but it is something to consider when shopping for a machine, making sure it has the basic accessories. The one that is already attached is usually the main foot. To switch presser foots, all you have to do is reach your hand behind, and there should be a little lever you press to release the foot. To add a presser foot back on, slide the foot underneath and push the little bar that's in the middle up until it clicks in place. When you start and finish sewing, you'll need to raise and lower your presser foot by reaching to the back and pulling down or pushing up the lever. Now we need to thread our machine. Most basic machines have the same threading system, but do read your manual first and figure out the right way to thread your machine. This goes for the rest of the setup as well. Sewing machines need 2 threads attached to work. There's the top thread that is on the spool.
2 threads? I don't remember that. Huh. I mean, I remember sewing a couple of times because my mother had one and I just used it for the sake of using it. I don't remember seeing this tiny one. Then again, it does look tiny, so it makes sense as to why I did not see it. Do I want to do long tacks or more tacks? Let's go with long tacks. Okay, I remember why this fishing spot is terrible. It's so dark, man. save up for now. Hello. Ah! Okay, so this is what it's like without armor. What the hell? What the helly? Okay, hello, monster. Let's not associate with each other. There's no need to. Haha, I'm alive, and one balloon made it out. How did that even happen? I just need hotshot to get the lead balloons, and then I'll be okay with that. I have camo, so everything's fine with that.
And the bottom thread that is on a bobbin. The brand of thread I like to use is Gutermann, and it is 100% polyester.
Hey, Gutermann, I know this brand.
First, place your spool of thread at the top wherever it's supposed to be on your machine. Mine lays sideways, but yours might stand up. Next, grab your empty bobbin. There should be some included with your machine, but if not, you can purchase a pack of plastic bobbins, which I recommend you do so anyways, because you'll eventually need to use a variety of different colored threads. Just make sure the bobbins are compatible with your machine. Before threading the machine, we need to
bobbins have to be compatible with the machine. Copy.
fill up our bobbin. There's normally a little stub on top where you place the bobbin, and depending on your machine, you either need to slide the stub over to enable the bobbin threading, or you might have to pull out the hand wheel on the side to enable the bobbin threading. Read your manual to see which it is. Once my bobbin is in place, I follow the arrow and bring
Wait, why am I watching this video? I don't have a whatchamacallit thingy. I don't have a sewing machine. I should just go for the just this one right here, like cutting fabric. Yeah, I want to learn not threading. I can't learn that yet. I don't have the machine. I mean, technically I could just watch it, but I'd rather not.
The first must-have sewing tools are fabric scissors because they're super sharp and cut clean lines. If you want to invest even more into sewing, you can get a rotary cutter and cutting mat, which you see me use all the time in my videos. But it's not necessary for beginners. Next, I recommend you have a straight ruler and get a clear one so you can see underneath, and a tape measure to measure the body. The next must-have tool is a seam ripper.
Oh, so those are tape measures. I have a tape measure. Wait, no. Those are called fabric tape measure. Bruh. You should have said fabric.
I own many seam rippers because they're always disappearing, and I use them all the time for undoing mistakes and taking apart clothes. 100% cotton fabric like this is very easy to work with, and I recommend making beginner projects with them to start off with. Typically, you have 2 layers you're sewing together, and those 2 layers usually have a right side and a wrong side.
Okay. I mean, they do look pretty different. This one is lighter, and then the front side. No, not front side. Wait. Front side, back side. What does that mean? Like inner or outer?
To make sure your raw edges and seams aren't showing on the outside of your project, you have to face the 2 layers right sides together. When sewing any project, you also need to include seam allowance. For example, if I wanted to make a casing for this card, and I just simply trace the size of the card and cut out my fabric without adding seam allowance, after I sew it, the card won't be able to fit inside because it's a lot smaller now. I normally add a 1/2 inch seam allowance to all my projects. Here's the case I created with seam allowance. You can see it fits snug and perfectly around the card. Another beginner tip when sewing squares or rectangles is to sew down to the corner and then raise your presser foot, turn the fabric, and continue sewing the other side. The next helpful sewing tool I recommend you have are sewing pins or clips.
I'd rather not associate with you. Get out of here.
After facing your pieces right sides together, use your pins to hold everything in place. With the presser foot lifted up, slide your fabric underneath of it and line it up with whatever your seam allowance is. Most machines will have the measurements marked on the metal sewing plate, but that can still...
Oh yeah, by the way, I went and looked for some sewing classes because I really do want to learn how to do it. Damn it, I really should have learned when my mother offered to teach me. God damn it. Whatever, it is what it is.
still be confusing to follow, so for beginners, I recommend you mark your seam lines with chalk or disappearing ink pen, or even a bar of soap. Just make sure it's something temporary and won't stain the fabric.
Okay.
My favorite pens to use are the double-sided purple and blue markers. I also use a bar of soap if I'm working on dark fabric or fabrics that don't mark easily, and I also use chalk. Another way to mark your seam allowance if you don't want to mark your fabric is to place a tape or rubber band at however much your seam allowance is to use as a guideline for the edge of your fabric to follow. And if you're still confused at where these measurements should even be on your machine, take your ruler and measure from the needle to however much your seam allowance is so you know for sure it's correct. My stitch setting is at its default straight stitch.
What was that? Did you hear that?
Allowance is so you know for sure it's correct. My stitch setting is at its
Okay, what's my headphones? I hope you didn't hear that, because goddamn, that was loud as hell.
Default straight stitch, and my machine automatically resets this straight stitch every time I turn it on. Whenever I need to do a basting stitch, which is a temporary stitch, I just increase my stitch length to the highest number my machine will let me go up to. And when I'm top stitching, I'll bump it up to 3 or 3.5. The most important step is to backstitch whenever you start sewing and at the end when you finish sewing. If you don't, your thread will just unravel and your seam will come undone. The only time I wouldn't backstitch is when I'm sewing a basting stitch or a temporary stitch to hold things together. To backstitch, I first sew a couple stitches forward by stepping on my foot pedal, and then I hold onto my backstitch button to sew a few stitches back. And that's it. Now you can continue sewing the rest of your seam forward. If you're new to sewing, be gentle stepping on your foot pedal, especially if you don't have a speed control setting. Once you reach the end of whatever you're sewing, hold the backstitch button again and sew a few stitches back and go forward again before lifting the presser foot and taking the fabric out. To finish off your raw edges, you can either use pinking shears, which creates zigzag edges to keep the fabric from fraying, or you can use a zigzag or overlock stitch setting if you have it on your machine. Even some of the most inexpensive machines have this overlock stitch setting. The machine or your manual will tell you if you need to switch your presser foot to use this stitch. There are many more ways to finish raw edges, like using a serger or bias binding or a French seam. But the techniques do start getting more advanced, so let's just use what we have for now. Also, if your projects have a lining and will hide the raw edges, you don't need to finish the raw edges because they'll be covered anyways.
So we don't need to finish the raw edges. Okay.
A quick and easy way to hem the bottom of cotton fabric is to fold the edge over twice and sew along the edge of the lifted side. You don't want to sew in the middle because it will cause your hem to flip over. I sewed it along the middle for an example, and you can see clearly when you're hemming it along the middle, the hem starts to lift up. For a nice clean hem and to make the sewing process faster, you can press it first with your iron.
An iron? Okay. I mean, she said you can. I guess everything is an investment. I could just start small. I'll start with a sewing machine, I guess. That's it. Start with the sewing machine. That's it. Yeah. I don't need to buy any of these accessories. I don't think I even have the capabilities to buy them. I mean, buy them, not bite them. Bite dance? What? Huh? Should I save it for this? I'll be honest. I don't think it's a good idea to save it for it. I think I should get a new champion. Right. I said I was gonna do this guy yesterday. I mean, not yesterday. Last game, but I failed quite Honorably so. Locked and loaded. Damage up balloon types. That can pop frozen balloons and deal increased mob damage. Okay, I'm gonna go with the frozen build. Yeah. Fastest swelling, powerful dodge. Oh yeah. Hold everything in place, making swing more efficient. Okay, good advice, I suppose.
Alright, the next beginner fabric, a lot of beginners like to use, and so did I when I first learned how to sew, and that is knit fabric. This is a jersey knit, and I think I like to use it as a beginner because it's stretchy. When you cut it, the edges don't fray and give you a hard time. You don't have to hem it if you don't want to. And if you're making something fitted with stretchy fabric, you don't have to add a zipper. But I soon realized that sewing stretchy fabric was a lot more challenging than I...
It is? Stretchy fabric. Okay, I mean, I guess since they stretch, they would mess with the steam. I'm assuming. Time for a banana farm. Banana. Banana. Banana.
I thought, because I didn't know the right stitch setting to use or have the right needle. Something I wish I knew when I first learned how to sew and was using stretch fabric was that a zigzag stitch keeps the stretchiness of your fabric versus using a regular straight stitch, which will make your seams pop when you stretch the fabric.
I don't have armor.
What I like even more than a zigzag stitch is a stretch stitch, which is also a zigzag stitch but a lot more narrow, so it looks more like a straight line.
Is it gone? Nope.
Another important thing you need when working with stretch fabric is a ballpoint needle or jersey knit needle. A ballpoint needle is a lot more rounded at the tip, so it doesn't tear the elasticity of the fabric, which is especially helpful when you need to seam rip because you won't have a bunch of tears in your fabric. You also should never stretch your fabric as you sew, whether you're working with knit fabric or woven fabric.
Woven fabric? Wait, what? I should never what?
Need to seam rip because you won't have a bunch of tears in your fabric. You also should never stretch your fabric as you sew, whether you're working with knit fabric or woven fabric. Do not pull, push, or tug your fabric when you're sewing because you will distort the shape. Instead, just let your sewing machine do the work. There are feed dogs underneath the fabric.
I'll be honest with you, this is actually quite helpful advice because I was actually planning on stretching it because I would assume that if you stretch it, you would get more like I don't know, man.
Move it along, so even if I let go, the machine will keep moving the fabric through. All you have to do is guide the fabric so you're sewing on your seam line.
Is he gone?
My last tip is for sewing curves. Eventually, you're going to graduate from your straight seam sewing projects to something with more curves. A great practice is to draw a spiral on a piece of paper, take out the thread from your machine, and sew along the curve. The trick is to sew a couple stitches, then lift your presser foot and turn your project to follow the shape of the curve. You'll continue this stop and...
Oh, okay. So just wait. What was that? Was that a paper or wait, huh? What is that? Is that fabric? What did she say?
Is to sew a couple stitches, then lift your presser foot paper, take out the thread. To draw a spiral on a piece of paper, take out the thread from your machine, and sew along the curve. The trick is to sew a couple stitches, Then lift your presser foot and turn your project to follow the shape of the curve. You'll continue this stop and go sewing process all the way to get the best curve seam.
Okay, I understand. Okay.
Now you can sew something like a fitted face mask flawlessly.
Oh my god, if I get a sewing machine, I can make a face mask myself? What?
All right, that's the end of my
that's
how
it?
to use a sewing machine video for
Thank you,
beginners.
thank you,
I hope it
thank
helps you out
It was
and
really
you have
helpful.
fun experimenting with different projects, and I'll see you next time. Bye.
Okay, I need more. I need something else. Some of you might be wondering, why aren't you using the fiery? No, not fiery. The helicopters. They are great for this map because you know there are a lot of things covering up the sniper. Or can you disappear already? Anyways, back to what I was saying. I'll be honest, I forgot what I was saying. Oh, there's up there. I was gonna be like, huh? Huh? Wait, why isn't it working? Oh, it's not on! Oh, no. Oh, no, it's not on. Whatever. Nothing I can do about it. Okay, so I'm assuming I could get like a flame of wall to get like AoE damage, right? With the wizard. Yeah, a wall of flame. I could do that. Yeah. Yeah. I could put it right. Alright. Right here. I threw away my fishing rod. Oh, God damn it. Fishing rod, come back! I need you. Oh, jeez. Goodbye, world. It was nice knowing you. Unfortunately, my life has come to this. Wait, we can. Oh, okay. Well, I survived! Okay. I'll be honest, I don't know what I lose when I die. Things have changed, everything has changed. So I have absolutely no idea what I get, but whatevs. You are not the where's the blacksmith? Identify. There you are. No. Oh my god, I'm blind! Hello? Hello? Oh, you're not the blacksmith. Thank you. Perfect. Goodbye fishes. I don't need you no more. Yep. Okay, I think I'm gonna go back and fish in the lava area because this I don't like fishing there, to be honest with you. What the hell? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Stop. Pause. How do I pause this game? What do I do? Huh? What balloons are these? Ring of fire maybe? Okay, ring of fire. Oh, thank god. Woo. Okay, I suppose ring of fire is good. Okay, damage balloons damages many more balloons with a deadly ring of flame instead of tax. Okay, what if we were to combine ice and fire? Intriguing indeed. Let me get this guy here. Which one is the frozen one? Arctic ring and freezes water nearby. Wait, water? Freezes all regular balloons on screen. Briefly freezes white, zebra, and camel. Can refreeze balloons that are already frozen. Okay, so I'm gonna go with the middle row, but bottom. Yeah, middle bottom. I need 4,000. Ow. Ow. Oh, I don't have any videos.
It's 2025 and you want to learn how to sew,
Yep,
but you
I
don't
do.
know where to begin. Don't worry, I got you.
Don't worry, I know where to begin.
You definitely
It's called YouTube.
clicked on the right
Dude.
video.
I'm very passionate about sewing. It's one of my favourite things. So I'm always talking to
I'm
people
alive.
about it. And one thing that I've noticed is that people are very excited about the idea of sewing,
But
but they
not the
usually just have
doing
a
it.
few main concerns about
Oh,
getting started.
never mind.
Oh my god.
It's called money. That's a concern.
So let's talk about those concerns.
You might be worried that getting into sewing is going to be very expensive. Life is pretty busy too, so I can imagine that you're probably concerned about whether you will have enough time to invest
Don't worry, man. Life ain't basic. Oh,
into this hobby.
what are these balloons? Chotto mate. What are those balloons? What? Okay, how much is it? 1,000. Let's see. I need intelligence monkey, so that's 8. Damn. I need around 13,000, which I have. Okay. I suppose. What? Wait, which one was it? Okay, the middle one. Monkey business. Nah, I don't need monkey business. There we go. Do I want it to be a bigger radius? I mean... Biggest radius or monkey business? I do plan on buying more monkeys. The question is, can I fit them somewhere? Can I fit it here? 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 Oh, I can't fit it here. You know what? I'll go with monkey business for now. And then I'll switch to with up to 2 other villagers with this upgrade. Can stack 5, 10, 15, so I can get 15% off. 15% plus 10, 35? No, 25. 25? That's an interesting thing. Intriguing. Nah, not now.
Hobby. Maybe you feel like you're not going to be able to successfully make what you want to make until much further down the road,
That is so true, but don't worry. That's why we call it an investment.
which is extremely uninspiring and demotivating.
How is that an
Or maybe
inspiring
you're super keen
demotivating?
to
What?
start, but you literally just have no idea.
How is that demotivating? How is that demotivating? Okay. How is that demotivating? Wait, no, I said it right. How is that demotivating? Do people expect... okay, you know what? It makes sense. People expect to be good at things the moment they take on that whatever skill it is. I mean, you see it in movies a lot. The main character is just like overpowered from the beginning. They can do everything from the beginning. They were the best from the beginning. So yeah, I guess some people have those ideologies. Okay, now I can get this one. Now, by the way, this thingy, it goes well with the frozen balloons. With this guy and the frozen balloon. Ooh! Snowstorm. There we go. Fire. Water. I need air. Is there anything air that I can get? Would this be considered air? Nah, I don't think so. So I don't want to think about it.
Idea of where to begin. Rest assured, anyone who has ever learned to sew from scratch has felt what you're feeling. You are not alone, and I'm here to say today that learning how to sew as an extreme beginner is not as overwhelming as it seems. You can absolutely do it, and hopefully by the end of this video you'll be feeling inspired and ready to get started. As soon as you make the decision to start sewing, it's going to get easier and easier the more you practice. So probably the hardest thing you're going to do is decide that you're going to start. But fear not, what's really exciting about sewing is that there is an immediate payoff. Sure, you have to invest in some gear and some tools and fabric, but it's a very practical and helpful skill to learn for your everyday life, and you will find it incredibly motivating that you're not only learning and having fun and working on a hobby.
Okay, one main reason I want to learn how to sew is because I had this business idea a long time ago where I wanted to start a poncho business. Not like ponchos, like rain cover. I mean, technically, eventually I want it to be rainproof, but I want to make ponchos because that's the type of fashion that I wear and that I like. I mean, I tried making one. I've designed one of them. It's in one of my OneNote somewhere. Pretty sure it's in this main account, this Thailand and Sea account. It should be there. But
guys?
I currently have a poncho, and it's, how should I say it? It's out of whatchamacallit. The zipper is broken, and well, I've tried using it a couple times, but I mean, I wear it all the time, but I have to basically get a toothpick, stick it inside of the zipper hole. Really? Put it inside of the zipper hole, and then I just break it off, and then I just leave it there. It's annoying sometimes, but that's what I gotta do if I want to fix it. I mean, technically, I do know how to fix a zipper. I did break a zipper once in the past, and then I watched a YouTube video, and then I fixed it, but I'll be honest, man, I don't want to. It's fine. I'm okay with not fixing it. There's a MOBA.
Handled it.
Oh, never mind. All good. Bing! $32. I'll save up to 32 and then I'll be done with it. Or, instead of that, what if I do this? Get another one. Wait, there was a... Oh. There you go. And then... Good enough.
A hobby, but you're also just making stuff that you can actually use and enjoy in your everyday world. Or at least that's how I feel. Now, in this video, I'm going to break down exactly how you can start sewing as an absolute beginner. I'm going to assume that you have no sewing machine, no tools, no experience, no fabric, no nothing. I'm going to give you my absolute...
I was ready for no bitches. That meme thingy.
Absolute best recommendations for the best price, and hopefully give you some helpful information to get started on your journey. I'm going to talk about all of the essential tools that you need and the ones that I would specifically recommend, how to sew on a budget, and importantly, how to quickly progress your skills without much extra effort, because you want to be making wonderful things. Before you start sewing, I think it's important to have a really strong why. Why do you want to learn how to sew? Why sew? I have a few thoughts as to why I really love sewing, so I'm going to share a few of those.
Chotto mate. This guy. Chot. Damn it. No, this guy can. Wait, no, I don't have the monkey village here. Wait, monkey village. I need you here, monkey village. I need you here. Bigger radius. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, bigger radius. Okay. Whew, okay. Everything's fine, right? I mean, I don't have the permanent spikes, but I don't need them. I just want them for the sake of having them. Yeah, fine. I'll put this right here. Get that monkey business. Get that monkey business. Get that monkey business. That should give me like 25% off, right? Okay, with that 25% off, I can now build something new here, which will be a balloon type explosions. I kind of want to do the frozen thingy again, but ah, this guy's too big. Damn. Wow. Okay. Well, what about this one? Druid. Wait, I can't place them here? Bruh. Okay, well, okay, goodbye. I don't need you. Okay, now I can place something down. I'll place a super monkey down here. Or will I? What if I place this right here? Okay, I place this right here. I lock it over here. And then I get buckshot, maybe? 4 barreled auto cannons that can be set to attack automatically. Wide cone. Yeah, you know what? Let's go with the middle one. Boom, boom, boom. Focus firing? Nah, I don't want it to be focused. No. There we go.
Hopefully they are inspiring and help you answer your own why. Practical. Sewing is practical. You can fix and mend your own clothing and possessions, therefore extending their lifespan and increasing their longevity, which is great for the planet, and it's also great for your wallet. Not to mention, it's really nice not having to throw out your treasures when they get broken. You can just
Fix it.
Sewing is also great because you can sew high quality clothes with high quality fabrics with high quality finishes on the inside of your garments, which means your clothes are just going to be delightful to wear. You can design them exactly how you like. They're going to fit you really nicely, and ultimately you're just going to look super cool because you're choosing what you want to wear rather than letting stores and fast fashion and trends dictate that a little bit. You can think of it and then you can sew it. And then you can embody the dream. If I can see it, then I can do it.
This girl's funny, I like her.
But just believe it. There's nothing to it. I believe I can sew. I believe I can sew. Probably 100 people just clicked unsubscribe right now. The last practical thing is that you can clone.
What do you mean unsubscribed? I subscribed.
In your clothes. So this means that if you have a t-shirt that fits you perfectly, or a skirt that you found in a vintage store and you can never repurchase ever again, you can make these things. You can make patterns from the clothes that exist, and then you can replicate them, which is just such a big life hack. I love it. Sewing is also wonderful for your brain. You're learning a new skill, you're growing as a person, you're working with your hands, which brings you into the present. You have to work on a little bit of general maths and critical thinking, and also you get that satisfaction.
Damn it, I was about to say, I hear thunder. It's from this game. God damn it, Minecraft. How dare you trick me? I thought it was gonna be raining.
satisfaction of starting a project and finishing a project again and again and again and again. And you get to tell yourself, wow, I can do that. I can actually do projects. I find that really fun and satisfying.
It's too loud
and
right now.
motivating too. Also, you get a reward at the end of your project. You get the thing that you made. It's awesome. You can also make really cool clothes that feel inherently like yourself because you get to make all of the creative decisions. You can make really fun patchwork textiles. You can work with vintage textiles. You can work with vintage patterns. You can incorporate more color and play into your wardrobe. Do you want to dress only in 1940s clothes? You can. Do you want to dress only in 1840s clothes?
You can.
You can do that also. It's pretty fun and the opportunities endless. Lastly, sewing can save a lot of money. Some sewists are going to disagree with me on that because once you get into it, you can end up spending a bit of money because you're having so much fun. But if you are smart, you can get fabrics for cheap, you can thrift, and you can make wonderful things on a budget. And also, if you are wanting to be buying sustainably or ethically made clothing, that is really expensive. So a really great way to be sustainable and ethical in your clothing consumption is make it yourself. It's very thoughtful. Anyway, those are all of my... Okay, the next thing on the agenda. Let's talk about all the tools you're going to need to get into sewing. Don't worry, it's not that much. I'm going to assume that everyone watching has a really small budget, so this is how I would get into sewing if I had only a few $100s to invest into the hobby. I'll recommend the highest quality solutions for the best prices as much as I can.
I feel 100. Oh man. I mean, obviously, but still.
The cheapest way to get into sewing is of course going to be hand sewing.
Yep.
Hand sewing is not going to be for everyone, but it is...
Yeah, you know what? I think I'll just start off with hand sewing because like, what's the point of buying a sewing machine if I'm not gonna use it that much? Because I do like video editing and I do spend most of my time video editing. So I'm gonna have to choose between video editing and sewing. Wait! Instead of streaming video games, why don't I stream myself sewing, goddammit? Okay, you know what? Yeah! Yeah!
Absolutely doable to make gorgeous garments just using your hands and no machines. And funnily enough, the more I've been sewing, the more I actually prefer to sew by hand. I don't know why, it's just very cathartic. And for example, I sewed a shirt for my husband for Christmas, and I did it almost entirely sewn by hand, and I made it in a few days.
That shirt? Wait, what?
Everyone, but it is absolutely doable to make gorgeous garments just using your hands and no machines. And funnily enough, the more I've been sewing, the more I actually prefer to sew by hand. I don't know why, it's just very cathartic. And for example, I sewed a shirt for my husband for Christmas.
This shirt. Bro, that is... Wait, is that a happy button? No, that doesn't look like a happy button. It looks like a four-hole button. Damn. It looks normal. I was expecting... I mean, okay, you know what? She's obviously a professional.
Christmas, and I did it almost entirely sewn by hand, and I made it in a few days. I was working really hard, but it doesn't take as long as you might think. You might not...
Almost entirely built by hand? Damn. So that was built by hand. Almost.
You not get the satisfaction of finishing your projects fast enough to get really excited about sewing, so I probably would recommend getting a machine if you can, but hey, you can stitch by hand. This is what you need. You're gonna need some thread, some snips, a thimble to protect your hand, a needle, or better yet, needles, a nice pair of fabric shears, and likely you'll benefit from owning a ruler. Not all of these rulers, just the classic ruler. Oh, and pins. You need pins, friend. And this should get you started, more or less. As I go throughout this video, I'm going to be giving recommendations for where to buy these tools or what brands to look out for. So while I'm here, let me give you a few recommendations regarding those tools specifically. Because it's fine to be like, you need pins and thread, but I think it's more helpful to actually give you brand names and recommendations based on not only my experience, but the experience of many other sewists, which I have talked to over my sewing journey.
Wind! This guy is wind!
Let me just give you some good recommendations. Okay, in terms of fabric snips, I recommend the Fisker Snips. I have 2 pairs. I've had them for years. They have retained their sharpness and I am obsessed with them. I cannot sew without them. Great for trimming threads. For fabric shears, I don't have a specific recommendation, but just get something in the middle price range and take care of them. Only use them on fabric and get them sharpened when they get dull. Everyone's gonna have their own preference for what needles they like, so probably the best thing to do is just get a few different kinds of needles and see what you enjoy using. Currently, my favorite needles to work with are sashiko needles. They're very sharp, but again, that's a personal preference. I think the best thimbles are leather thimbles, and I've tried quite a few thimbles. But use whatever you want. I just think it's important to have a thimble,
I don't think I need
especially if
reach
you're
for
doing a
this
lot
guy.
of hand sewing. In terms of pins, I think you should just get high quality. They're basically the same price, and they're going to be a lot nicer to use. I have spent my whole sewing career sewing with terrible pins, and I recently upgraded to clover glass head pins, and the difference is remarkable. I can't believe I didn't have these before. I asked a lot of you guys what your favorite pins are, and overwhelmingly the response was glass head pins. So yeah, they're not even expensive. Just do yourself a favor, get yourself nice pins. And thread, do not buy cheap thread. Your machine is not gonna like it. You might even have actual problems going on with your machine because of cheap thread. That's my own personal story. It took me so long to figure out what was wrong with my machine, and it turns out it was my cheap thread. So you can get Gooderman thread that is a high quality thread, but I think the highest quality for the best price is Rassant thread. And I heard on the street that this is like what the fashion students use, so I got really influenced. But yeah, I use Rassant thread now, and I'm a big fan. And yeah, those are all of my recommendations. I hope you enjoyed them. And hand sewing is awesome. You can have really good control over your stitching. You can make really nice, strong seams with your hand stitches. But I also understand that it's just not going.
You can get strong seams with hand? Wait, really like strong? Not the strongest, like just strong in general? Okay, I was about to say, wouldn't like a machine be stronger, but... I guess you said strong, not the strongest, so it is what it is.
Not going to be for everyone, so why don't we talk about machine recommendations? So you want to buy a sewing machine. So exciting. Here is what I would do if I were you. You basically have 2 options. You can either buy your machine brand new or you can buy it secondhand. And regardless of which of those options you end up going with, I wouldn't spend more than a few $100s on your first machine.
Okay.
All your first sewing machine has to do is work, not break the bank, and give you an opportunity to see if you enjoy sewing. Yeah, buying a machine.
So an opportunity. I mean, we can return, like Amazon have like those 30-day return policies. Try it out for 30 days. If it doesn't work, return it. Hell yeah.
Machine brand new is totally great. My first machine that I bought was a Singer Heavy Duty, which I wouldn't necessarily recommend, but it did get me started. I used it for quite a few years before I realized I needed to upgrade. So you could go down that route buying a brand new machine that's just sort of simple and gets you across the line. I would recommend you look for machines that aren't computerized and don't have too many crazy
that aren't computerized. Yeah, I mean, obviously they would cost like what? Thousands? I mean, not thousands, but hundreds?
Stitch settings. You basically just need a straight stitch and a zigzag stitch. So yeah, you could buy a machine brand new, but I would actually really encourage you to try and find one secondhand. I've bought 3 machines secondhand and they've all been awesome so far, so I'm kind of a fan and an advocate for secondhand sewing machine purchases. Great machines to look out for are going to be Brother or Janome machines. Obviously there are better machines than that, but that's a really good price point, those brands. Of course, if you find other brands that are cheaper, that could be awesome too, so just keep your eyes peeled. Other things that can be indicators of quality machines are reliable sellers with good ratings and clear communication. I also want to see really nice detailed descriptions of the product. A green flag for me is if the seller says they have had their machine regularly serviced, which indicates that they have
serviced. I mean, I understand. God damn it! Obviously, we have to sew them, man. I mean, service them, not sew them. God damn it, Minecraft! Stop tricking me with the. Okay, well, let's go with strong. Aim for the strong, please.
they have taken care of their machine. It's also a preference of mine if the seller is only selling this machine because they're upgrading. It means that they have been using this machine and loving it and taking care of it, and it hasn't been sitting in a basement for like 15 years. It's also good if you're buying it from someone who's clearly a sewist and not just someone who like found this sewing machine at their grandma's house and now they're selling it for cash. You want to buy it from someone who cares about this craft, in my opinion. Yeah, I think that's all of my thoughts and recommendations about buying your first sewing machine. I really hope that was helpful, but let me know if you have any questions at all. Pop them in the comment section and I will do my best to help you. I didn't even breathe when I said that. But yeah, I'm here for you. Buying your first sewing machine is so exciting. And I know it's a bit scary and it's a bit overwhelming, but it's going to be worth it. Okay, let's imagine that you have just bought your first ever sewing machine. So exciting. There should only be a few more things that you need before you can start sewing. And those things are an iron and an ironing board. Absolutely.
Oh, come on. I thought an ironing thingy was optional. You're telling me I need it?
Essential.
Oh, come
also,
on.
are probably going to need a fabric marker. There are a bunch to choose from and everyone has their own preferences.
I'll just use soap.
You can get chalk markers, heat, air, or water erasable markers. My preference would probably be a friction marker or a Crayola water erasable marker, but those are just preferences, so you're gonna have to have a play and see what you like. Other than that, you'll need a tape measure, and that's all I could really think of. Of course, this goes on top of all the tools that I've already referenced, like the shears, the fabric snips, the needles, the thread. Oh my goodness, you need needles for your machine, by the way. Really, really important. And I would recommend getting a lot of needles. It's much better to have excess in case you break a bunch in a project or they get blunt. You really just don't want to have to go to the store in the middle of your project for needles. It's very annoying. So yeah, make sure you've got a bunch of needles for your machine. You've got pins, you've got ruler. Oh, the only other thing that I thought of is you might want an overlocker. Let me show you mine. Okay, this is my overlocker. It's a Janome Mylock 6440. I bought it secondhand a few years ago and I love it. The overlocker is predominantly used to do the finishing stitch that you'll find on the inside of your garments. It helps to protect the raw edge of the fabric so it doesn't fray when you wash it.
Oh, my bad. Wrong one.
Again and again and again. It can also be used for a lot of other things. Predominantly one of those things might be sewing stretch material, but mainly I use it.
Chotto mate. Wait a second. How did those lead ones die? How did they die so fast? How? What? What killed them? The Druid? Did the Druid kill them? What killed those lead ones? Interesting. Should I save it for this? I mean, I don't technically need to upgrade my monkey, so...
It for finishing raw edges. And the reason that I wouldn't recommend it straight away when you're starting sewing is because there are a lot of great ways to finish edges that don't involve using an overlocker. You can do a zigzag stitch, you can overcast the edges by hand.
Zigzag? Oh, never mind.
You can bind your seams, you can do a flat felled seam or a French seam.
You know what? Maybe I should upgrade it.
There's kind of a few options.
Or
so if you're really
I?
keen, by all means get an overlocker, they're awesome. But if you're just starting out, I would recommend seeing if you like sewing, and then if you're loving it a few months into the process, then consider getting an overlocker. That's what I would do. That's overlockers. So you've got your setup. Now it's time to sew! And to help you with that endeavor, these are my thoughts on how to start your projects. And I will be delivering them in the style of a high school teacher, flinging their MacBook around while they talk to you. So if you're scared, just look away for a second. My first thought is start sewing stuff that you want to sew. If you want to make a dress, if you want to make pants, find a really simple pattern for those things that you feel excited about and start there. You are absolutely clever enough to start with that. People are going to say you should make something really simple like a bag or a scrunchie. And yes, what they're trying to say is it's really good to start with an easy win. And I do agree. I just think that you're heaps cleverer than that. Heaps cleverer. You can start simple if you want to, but if you want to start on something a little bit more exciting, I highly recommend it because you're going to do better.
I thought I was in the clear! What do you mean? I upgraded my bag for no reason? I had tons of money to upgrade. Man! Whatever. It is what it is. Anyways, I'm just gonna call it quits here. Yeah, I'm gonna call it quits. Yeah. Let's move this to 3. Move this to 3 too. Wait, what? There you go. Anyway, that is it for me. This is your Linen C. Wait,
Better?
why is this here? Anyway, this is it for me. Your Linen C, Thai Linen C. Today I learned how to sew. Interesting. I mean, I didn't really learn how to sew. I did. I watched a video on how to sew. Yeah, my camera placement and the tracking, it doesn't do well with my face. But anyways, that is it for me. This is your Linen C, Thai Linen C. I will see you again tomorrow. Tomorrow, I'll be honest, I don't know what we're going to be doing. I'm assuming we're going to be learning how to sew again. But then again, I did watch these 2 videos, so I don't think I need to watch another one. The question is, am I going to do it though? I really want to do it. I really want to do it. Damn it. You know what? No. I'll think about it. But if I do it, I'll do it. If I don't, I don't. It is what it is. Nothing I can do about it. Anyway, that is it for me. This is your Linen C, Thai Linen C. I shall see you again. Wait a second. There we go. Completely forgot about my Duolingo. You know what? Might as well move you to 2. I was gonna leave, but let's do our Duolingo. Wait, our game is over. That's why I'm leaving. Damn it! Whatever, man. So disorganized. Which one of these is watch?
腕時計
Udedoke? 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 I feel like there's another word for watch that I know a lot more. Udedoki?
腕時計
Udedoke. Udedoke. This is a
大きい
new word.
腕時計
A big watch.
青い靴
Blue shoes. Kutsu. Yeah, shoes, right? Yeah. この青いスカート。スカート。
スカートは
青いカバンはとてもいいですね
That blue bag is とても very nice, isn't it? There we go.
高いプレゼント
An expensive present. Ken-san no furebi nto wa fure no that's se ze furese wait what no that's boo that's boo god damn it that's wait is it boo no poo presento god damn it Ken-san no presento wa
しょっぱい
no shopai that's a fish I mean a watch wait
新
新しい
しい
上時計です new watch okay
彼女のプレゼントを買います
彼女
か
の
の
プレゼント
プレゼント
を
を
買います there we go
おしゃれな帽子
a stylish hat oshare that is a new word but I'm assuming it's stylish because what else would it be boshi hat how hat a buy hat a pizza shop hat a you hat no a stylish hat okay well hito okay
彼氏はとてもおしゃれな人です
彼氏はとても
とても
wait what
彼氏はとてもおしゃれな人です
おしゃれな人です there we go
かわいいネックです
a cute necklace かわいい cute きれい pretty かわいい yeah okay necklace
ネック
プレゼント
プレゼント
ファッションバレエ
バレエ
このネックレスは安いですね。
This balake. Oh my god, I said multiple times I want to find that video balake. There's like a vine? No, not. I don't think it's a vine. Or is it a was it a vine or was it from the TikTok area? It was from one of the areas. A girl goes the balake and then
ネックレス。
wait, what?
このネックレスは安いですね。
This necklace is cheap, isn't it? Necklace.
ネックレス。
ブログ
プレゼント誕生日
誕生
腕時計。
腕時計。
青いカバンはとてもいいですね。
青いカバンはとてもといいですね。Wait, とてもいいですね。Why did I say といい? I heard といい。青いカバン。The blue. Wait. 青いカバンは That's the blue bag? That. Sono. There is no sono. The blue bag is very nice. Easy. Wait, did I do a... No, never mind. That was a previous mistake. I was about to say 100%. No. 94%. Whatever. Oh yeah, Hannah got in a friend streak with someone. All of my friend streaks are gone. Gone, I tell you. Oh wait. I'm in a friend quest with Hannah? Damn, okay. I've never expected that. Wait, what language is Hannah learning again? I forgot. Oh, Korean, Japanese. Interesting. Whatever. Anyways, I'm done with that. Goodbye. Goodbye. Anyways, now that I'm done with Duolingo, I am actually for real done. This is your Lane C. Lane C. I will see you again some other time. But that time is not now. That time is not now. That time is tomorrow. I shall stream again tomorrow. Bye-bye. Although I'll be honest, man. I've been trying to stream at night, but like I'm not a streamer. I'm trying to force myself to play games, okay? I don't want to play games, but I don't want to sing right now. I need a break. I don't want to have a burnout because if I continue with what I was doing every single day, translating again and again and again and again, I'm gonna get a burnout. So that's why I'm taking a break right now. I mean, I did take like a 2-week break. Was it a 2-week break or was... How long did I take a break from streaming again? I think it's like 2 weeks or was it 3 weeks? I don't know how long it was, but I took a break for a couple of weeks. Yeah, I took a break for a couple of weeks and yeah, here I am. Here I am. Back to my daily streaming. Okay, maybe not yet. Maybe not yet because I'm currently on my 2-week break from work and I'll be honest with you, man. It's been so much fun. It's been so much fun just not working. Oh! Do you know how much fun it is to not even worry about working? I mean, technically, I do have to worry about working because I have to go to work in a couple of days. Wait, how many days do I have left? Let's see. Bear with me for a second here. I have 9 more days left until I have to go to work again. You might be thinking, but that's a whole week. No, it's not. It's not a whole week. It's barely a week. There's like, what, 10 days in a week? So yeah, it is not a week. Anyways, I'm gonna go back to sleep. Obviously, I gotta go pop some... No, this is legal pills. These are legal pills. These are prescription pills. I'm gonna pop some prescription pills and then go to sleep. Yesterday it was supposed to rain, but it didn't rain. So today I also got the notification saying that there's a slight chance of rain in my area. Wait, no. Maybe it did rain, but probably in a different area. I forget that 13 like a percentage of rain is like the percent of the state, right? Like let's say you live in Oklahoma and they say there's like a 13% chance of rain. Wait, no. I don't remember, but I remember somebody telling me that percentage means that it will rain in your state. It just... there's a chance that it might be in your area. You get what I mean? You get what I Okay, you know what? Whatever. Anyways, that is it for me. This is your Linen C. The Linen C. I will see you again either tonight or tomorrow at 6 a.m. I was late for like, what, a couple of minutes, but that's not my fault. Not my fault at all. Anyway, bye-bye. Okay, bye-bye. I forgot. I turn on the options where it has to tell me, are you sure you want to stop the stream? So I can't just say bye-bye and then end stream. I have to change my ending just a little bit. Anyways, that is it for me. Your Linen C. The Linen C. I will see you again some other day, but